Hello everyone and welcome to my March 2021 bullet journal setup. Every year for March, I do a nature themed setup. Last year it was plants and this year it's going to be a pond theme. So on the right page, I'm writing out the word March in this lofty, stretched out, simple calligraphy style, and around it I'm going to be drawing dragonflies. For the pond theme, there's going to be a lot of dragonflies, butterflies, grass, plants. Oh, I apologize for my head getting in the way. This video was shot using a different camera setup, hence the amount of sunlight in the place, but I apologize for it being a little zoomed out and also for my head getting in the way. I'm still experimenting with different shooting setups, so I promise this will not happen again. But there I am drawing some butterflies. There's going to be butterflies, dragonflies, and a lot of greenery here too. I'm not going to draw any water anywhere, but I am going to do much of the lettering in blue, and I'm also going to be drawing these lily pads all around to kind of give the feeling of water, and it's as if the butterflies and the dragonflies are on top or of the water or the pond, and then there's going to be plants all around it. So I'm doing those in different shades of green. This setup is going to have a lot of greens, the light blue, different shades of purple and magenta. So it's a relatively cool themed palette here. And the simple, lofty, stretched out calligraphy, that's really what I call it. I don't have the proper name for it, just the stretched out calligraphy with no emphasized downstroke. That's kind of going to be the entire lettering for this month. So there I am drawing some plants. Again, I apologize about the zoomed out video and not being able to see it enough, but in the end you will be able to see the entire design. So I'm really just drawing random plants all around the page, kind of as a border. So there's going to be flowers and grasses and all sorts of different plants. This theme is also going to be a little more messy. You can see that more when I start to actually color in. There's the big leaf that I just messed up, but we're going to go with it. But when I start to color in the plants and the dragonflies and butterflies, you can see that it gets a little messy. There's a lot of coloring outside the lines, especially because the plants are harder to color in. But it's just a very raw, messy nature theme. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, and I know this looks a little time taking, but I promise it's nothing extraordinary. All the drawings are really simple and easy to do. And for the plants too, I'm just drawing random types of leaves that I know how to draw. I'm not drawing any specific kind of leaves or plants there. So now I'm going to color them in. I'm going to use purple and magenta for the flowers and different shades of green for the leaves. On the dragonflies and the butterflies, I'm not going to do any more detail on their bodies or anything. I'm just going to do them in simple blocks like that. Feel free to add anything if you would like to. This could be a very elevated theme, but again, I've really just simplified it. So now I'm going to start writing a quote on the left page, and I actually messed the quote up. The quote was supposed to be don't just exist, live, and I messed that up. So instead of writing don't just exist, I wrote don't just live. Like I said, this theme is very messy. So instead of exist and live, I'm going to do live and thrive. I don't know why I thought that was a great idea. I should have just redone it. But, I mean, I'm not a perfectionist, and I typically just deal with the mistakes I make. So, I'm going to keep it like that. Of course, if that quote does not make sense, feel free to do another one. And there I'm drawing butterflies and plants too. It'll be a similar design to what's going on the right page. It's kind of just continuing over. So I'm not going to draw all of the designs just to bore you guys out, but I'm going to go on to the next page and you'll see all the final designs in the end photos. So on the calendar page, I'm going to write down in the same font as the front the days of the week at top. I typically have 2 different types of lettering for each theme, but for this one it's just going to be the simple calligraphy, and then my to-do list on the column to the left. And now I'm just numbering in the days. So towards the bottom portion of the calendar spread, and I apologize that you can't see it, again it's the setup, and I apologize for the bad setup. I'm going to be drawing in designs like I did on the first 2 pages, so it's basically going to be the same plants and flowers and butterflies, dragonflies again, but at the bottom in the same colors. And as you can see, my fingers were really smudged there. My fingers end up being really smudged when I use darker colors like these. So again, this spread is going to be a really messy one. There's a few smudges here and there. I actually did use whiteout in the final photos a little bit to cover up some of the bigger smudges that happened. I don't really mind the smudges. I also think they go well considering it's a nature pond theme. But of course, I know many people with their bullet journals are perfectionists. So that is my March 2021 bullet journal setup. I hope you guys really like this easy, breezy, down-to-earth theme. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.